that principle in my life for about 10 years, Francois. It's not an easy task because of the weight. And, you can't erase your memory, and you can't really control your thoughts. That thought will pop up. You're skipping along and you're really happy and you're really excited about the day and you've made great accomplishments. And this thought will just pop in your head that, well, I don't know why you're so happy. Remember what you did and remember why this and that. And you really have to put forth that sincere effort to say, yeah, I did. It's just like you just mentioned. I did that, but today I'm doing this. Yes. And remind myself that I'm doing this. And also have a network of, I call them my sister friends, that I can call when it's just too much. That memory is just so painful that I can't pull myself out of it by myself. So I have a network of sister friends that I can call and say, hey, I'm just really feeling bad today, or I'm just really not able to shake this feeling, this shame or this memory. And they will remind me of what I have done. They will remind me of where I am today. Because sometimes, I know what I have accomplished. And as you were reading that, it's like, wow, I forgot about some of that stuff, but they will remind me that I am worthy of what I seek to achieve today.
And as you talk about reminders, without me getting truly biblical, there is in the Old Testament where the Israelites are told to remember the things that they have gone through, and that they had to put up these altars and different, reminders. And I think the same thing applies in our lives now, that we need to have these reminders of the milestones of our journey. And that we have to, encourage ourselves and talk to ourselves, even in the midst of those thoughts, that we have to have the reminder of, but I've achieved this. I've come through this. And the other piece that you said, in addition to the reminder, is having the relationship and having the networks. And, that's my thing is the relationship piece, but having these relationships that serve as a safety net for you. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with God, because I know that you mentioned this, and we've talked for a long time about it, but prayer has been such a big part of you getting through this. So talk about the relationship to God and how that's helped you get through this.
Wow, that is, after you say the word God, it kind of sums it up, right? So my relationship with God, it was, there were so many times as I reflect on all of this, I know that God was taking me or walking with me, not taking me, because I made the choice. God was walking with me through my experiences and grooming me along the way, right? Grooming me and protecting me along the way so that I could reach this point. God has shown me that I have allowed your choices to be a foundation of my work, right? And so I remember, and I don't want to go too crazy with this, but I remember when this was just one of those moments when I just couldn't get a grip on what was going on, and I was really trying to stop using drugs, and this is just, oh God, and I'm standing on this corner and I'm praying, it's like, God, please help me, please God, please help me. This is I just can't do this anymore. I had just gotten out of jail again for I don't know what number of times. And a police officer pulled up. And of course, someone had saw me get out of jail and it's like, oh, you're going to be okay. And had given me some drugs, and the police officer pulled up, and he was on another block, and he came around and he stopped me. I mean, he just turned around. He didn't see me. I don't know where he came from, but God. And so he came up and he's like, let me look in your purse. And it's like, oh no, am I going to go to jail again? Are you kidding me right now? And so he found the little piece of drug, and then we got into this little tussle, and he was trying to save me, really. And so I finally got into the car, and God came to me at that moment and said, because this guy was huge, he could have really hurt me, really, really, really hurt me, but he didn't. He didn't. And God came to me and was like, I'm sending this angel to you to watch over you and protect you and get you off the street. And that, from that point, my journey began, right, on rehabilitation. And so I began to tap into God's love for me from that point on. So every experience that I had from then on, I was making a note of it, that God was saving me. God was guiding me. God was giving me experiences that I needed to be all that I could be. And I pray to God now. I believe that God is showing me I'm on this spiritual journey, and that's what this is. And I believe that Hopeful Solutions is God's assignment to me based on the experiences that I've had. So God's assignment to me is that with Hopeful Solutions, hope is critical. Hope is a vital spiritual principle that we have to have like water. And if we don't have hope, then things can just be, we just don't try. And so I believe that the women with Hopeful Solutions were needing that hope. But in addition to needing the hope, they also needed solutions. And so that's where I came up with Hopeful Solutions, because I wanted it to be a practical experience for them, so that when they came to us seeking, out of that despair and out of that fear that they were having, that we would give them the support and the hope that they needed. But then we would also be able to provide them with the solutions of housing, of diapers, of utility assistance, of transportation, of whatever it was that they were needing, so that they could believe that they were going to achieve the goals that they had set for themselves.
And tell us when Hopeful Solutions started, and how many women are you working with now?
So Hopeful Solutions started in 2008, and currently we are working with 11 mothers, 11 families that are at our community. But I want to mention that once you're in Hopeful Solutions, you're never out. So we work with, there are women in our Wings program, which is where you graduate out of the community into your own apartment, your own home. We have about 35 women that are in our Wings program, and they still come to us in case they need something, because life continues to show up. So if they need a bus pass, or they may need a gas card, or they may need a tire fixed, or they may need help with their utilities, we can still help them, because they can still be challenged with life's events.
And it's ongoing. And that's the thing about this disease, is that it's a day by day thing. And I love the fact that not only have you been able to conquer this, but now you're helping other women to rebuild their lives and see that they have hope too. Okay. So NATALYNNE, we are, so excited about the work that you're doing and how you're providing hope to women. Tell the audience how they can support you. How can they connect to you? What's your website?
Our website is www.hopefulsolutionsdallas.org. And you can reach us at 214-914-4685 by telephone. And we are always looking for volunteers. We're looking for financial donations, monetary donations. We're looking for donations that are related to household items, furniture, for our mothers to help them create a home, and especially kitchen items. So that's what we're needing.
So anything anyone can do to help you do this work, I would encourage them. I have personally witnessed what you have done and how you are changing lives. And for that, I want to say thank you for what you do for others, but also how you've used your life as a light to make a difference. And so, NATALYNNE, thank you for being on the show. This is another episode of The Tapestry. I'm Dr. Francois Booker Drew, and I want to encourage you to definitely go to my website at drfrancois.com, where you can learn more information about some of the things I'm doing and some of the amazing people that I get an opportunity to interact with.